When governments began encroaching on citizens' freedoms at the onset of COVID, many people submitted like sheep, but a few heroic resistors emerged. Canada has Artur Pawlowski and Tamara Lich, but Australia has a freedom fighter too. Church Militant's Paul Morano introduces you to a faithful Catholic worth knowing and imitating.
Her name is Monica Smith. She's a 33-year-old faithful Catholic from Australia who has been fighting the country's totalitarian COVID restrictions since 2020. In August 2021, Victoria Police arrested her for allegedly inciting opposition to the state's invasive rules. The Melbourne magistrate allowed Smith to be released on bail, but only on 3 conditions, including removing any materials from any social media accounts that incite opposition to the chief health officer's directions. In response, Smith refused to submit to the conditions and was forced into solitary confinement for 22 days. Smith resisted with an even greater vigor in March this year. On March 1st, Victoria Police issued a warrant forcing Smith to give the government the passwords on her personal and work email accounts. A month later, on April 6th, she submitted an application to the Supreme Court to have the warrant revoked. Smith recently got bad news.
But I've now actually lost the appeal this morning, and I have to pay the costs of the prosecution as well.
Smith's legal team advised her to withdraw her application and plead guilty to the incitement charges.
You know, lockdowns aren't over, in my opinion, whether it's a pandemic or climate change or whatever. The government has tested the population's compliance to overreach and tyranny, and the population failed. Mostly they complied, and this fight is not over.
Critics argue Monica Smith has more fortitude than most men, especially those in mitres and collars. Paul Morano, Church Militant Evening News, Detroit.
If she doesn't comply with the warrant to give up her passcodes, Smith could face up to 5 years in jail.